First of all, I want to say, how you doing, YouTube? And then, congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You know, um, they really made history today when he got sworn in. But the only thing about the situation that is people who support Donald Trump is saying that Joe Biden is gonna give the United States to China. I ain't even trying to get into that. I'm just letting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris know that Trump supporters saying that you're gonna give the United States to China. That just a thought I put out there. That's just something I keep hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. I keep hearing it. It just keep coming in my ears and it don't make no sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell YouTube, the audience in YouTube, and everybody on the sound of my voice that somehow, some way, the people who support Trump is saying that Joe Biden is gonna give China to America. That's just what it is. But on another note, COVID-19 is very well real in this country. And I know people want romance. I know people want love. I know this. But we gotta follow the guidelines. I mean, they gave us guidelines to follow, and we gotta follow those guidelines. We gotta crush this. All right, we got a president in the chair, the 46th president of the United States, that seemed like his head screwed on straight correctly. So we got a chance. We got a chance to crush this. I mean, I know we need deep. I know we need deep in the coronavirus pandemic, and it's sad. It's disappointing. Out of all people, I would think Donald Trump supporters would have crushed the virus. I would think Donald Trump supporters would have wore 50 masks. They don't want Chinese viruses. Not being racist when I say Chinese viruses, it came from China. So I have to label it as a Chinese virus. It came from China. And me personally, my opinion, I think the Spanish flu came from China too. I think the 1918 Spanish flu that struck the world, I think it came from China. But that was 100 years ago or whatever. So we ain't gonna really debate on that too much. But right now, we fast forward this to 2021. We got somebody that's really serious of when he talking. He ain't getting up there and he ain't making assumptions. You know what I'm saying? He's really focusing on the United States and he really focusing on a healthy country and he really focusing on a healthy economy and physical health. He focusing on this. He's not getting up at inauguration and trying to like I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it seems like I'm gonna just rewind it back to I'm gonna just rewind it back to the coronavirus task force when this guy by the name of Donald J. Trump said maybe we can use some kind of sunlight or something, you know what I'm saying? Use some kind of light that can kind of like penetrate through the body and like give it a cleansing, you know. Maybe we can use some kind of that's out of control, B. Like you the president of the United States at that time. You wasn't the lead viralist or the lead scientist in your lab. That's what people fail to realize. Like scientists got a job to do. Scientists got a job to do. McDonald workers, they got a job to do. You gonna flip burgers. Janitors got a job to do. You gonna mop, sweep, clean. Even artists, rap artists got a job to do. You gonna put literal audio, books, rhyming, rhythmatic. Even UFC fighters got a job to do. Mixed martial arts, boxing. You gonna go in there and you gonna perform. Everybody got their own job, but just at this particular pandemic, everybody quit their job to become scientists. Even the president of the United States at that time quit his job so he can be a scientist. Everybody wanted to be a scientist. Me personally, I wasn't good in math, but I was good in art and science. I wasn't even good in PE, yo. You believe it or not? I wasn't. I did not. I could not comprehend the basketball. I mean, I probably can go on the court and look like I know how to play, but I did not know no plays. I did not know anything about no rules of the game or nothing. Football, all I wanted to do was hit. And if you give me the ball, I'm running through somebody. But I ain't knew nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I had kind of like a little problem in school or whatever, but science, I, I caught on like this. I caught on the science like this. Like science was like boom, 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 boom. Really. And art, I could draw and paint and color and stuff. Those were the two subjects. Now social studies was all right too. It was kind of okay. You know what I'm saying? But science. So since science was so good, since I'm so good in science, yo, I promise you, God knows, I wish I was a professional scientist. I wish I was the lead scientist in the coronavirus. I mean, have my degree and everything. I mean, have everything properly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. So I'm not making any kind of crazy suggestions, but just by me being real good in science, when I heard a virus outbreak, I did not question it. I did not question it. And it ain't no Democrats or no Republicans. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This ain't got nothing to do with liberals or none of that. Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? When I heard about the coronavirus, political parties didn't even political parties didn't even came up in my mind. The only thing came up in my mind is, all right, China had viruses outbreaks in the past. All right, China got tariffs and sanctions in the past from the United States. Um, North Korea got sanctions and tariffs from the United States. China wasn't following the sanctions and tariffs. See, nobody knew that. China wasn't listening. Russia wasn't listening. They were still doing what the United States tell them not to do. The whole time Trump been in the chair. Trump couldn't control them. See, Nobody really was really saying that because I guess it's a certain way you're supposed to you the certain way you're supposed to act. There's certain things you can say, but I'm telling you that they wasn't abiding by, they wasn't obeying anything that Trump threw at them. They wasn't listening to that. See, nobody knew that, and then an outbreak. So as soon as I heard it was an outbreak in China and it could come to the United States, boom. I took that serious. Now for people who don't even now this for the people that work at Jimmy John's and Burger King and goddamn and just the people who just everyday working people. You know what I mean? They might be abiding law citizens. They might be doing the right thing. But everyday citizens, immediately, boom, they jumped on whatever Trump say. Okay, I understand whatever the president of the United States say, you know what I mean, you gonna pretty much go with it. I understand that. That's normal. Let's see if you go with everything that this president, the 46th president. Let's see if we go with everything that president say. Since they go with anything the president say, let's see if we go with everything the president say. Boom. Immediately they start rejecting the coronavirus, wasn't listening. And I was like, the first thing I did when I heard about the coronavirus, I listened from prevent, the ways you could prevent it. You know what I'm saying? The ways you could prevent it. So once I heard wear a mask and social distance, I separate myself from everybody for the first month or two. I mean, for the whole pandemic. Look, I ain't around nobody now. Yo, I'm like, I ain't around nobody the whole time in the pandemic, yo. I ain't been around nobody. I ain't sat down with a female, had a cup of coffee with her, and just laugh, you know, maybe do some hugs. I ain't hugged nobody since the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I ain't show no physical affection and physical love during the pandemic. I separate myself immediately. Because in my mind, my mentality told me that it was an attack by China. It was an attack. That's what told me immediately. So I said, okay, so China will attack us, but guess what? China ain't gonna hit me with none of those bullets. So I duck off. But we got suicide bombers in our country, yo. You know it's hard when you got suicide bombers. I try to stay away. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little. I'm self-employed. You know what I'm saying? You know I sell handmade stuff and I sell manufactured stuff from companies. You know what I mean? So I'm self-employed. So in order for me to get money, in order for me to pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? I have to interact. You know, I be shipping stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I ship stuff, but some of my customers is within my town and within my city. You know what I mean? So I have to interact with people. You know what I mean? So they suicide bombers. What I mean by suicide bombers, it means that I'm trying not to catch that coronavirus bullet, trying not to get shoot by the bullet, but I have people not wearing masks, spreading it like everywhere. I mean, they just don't believe it's a coronavirus. Like I have conversations day in and day out, text messaging with people all over the country, all over the United States. They said, "Oh, you a sheep, a sheep, a sheep, homie." Oh, if I'm a sheep, then the coronavirus must be the wolf. So I will have to listen to the CDC guidelines because they're the shepherds. And it just was like an epidemic of people saying sheeps. I'm not a sheep. You being a sheep, but they're wrong. They wrong. They wrong. And the whole time they're the sheep. They're the sheep the whole time. Cause I'm trying to explain to them, okay, I might not have college degrees and all kind of education or whatever because you know what I'm saying. That's how my life. That's just how my life wound up. My life wound up where I'm not educated like this. You know what I'm saying. But I'm self-educated, and then you know what I'm saying. Check it. I understood like the whole time they calling the people who wearing masks social distance sheeps. People who's wearing masks, social distance, staying home, staying safe. They calling them sheeps. But if you don't have on a mask and you don't social distance and you gather in crowds, oh, you ain't a sheep. They don't consider you a sheep. Shit, me, I think that's a sheep. You know how I think that's a sheep? Because the sheep is done left. The wolf gonna get him. The wolf done got all those sheeps. It's crazy. And they spreading it. Said super spreader event. Talking about a super spreader event. Oh my God. Alexa, how many coronavirus cases in the United States?
According to Johns Hopkins, as of January 20th, 2021, there have been 24,246,830 cases confirmed of COVID-19 in the United States. Additionally,
20.
there have been 401,553 deaths confirmed due to COVID-19 in the United States.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. The United States of America. And then I'm online chatting with people day in, day out, and these people, okay, don't get me wrong, we got people that believe it's the coronavirus and following the CDC guidelines. But you got people that's not following the CDC guidelines and don't believe that the coronavirus is real. 24 million cases. The average American don't even have $24 million. Don't even got $24 million, bruh. And then you know what? The average American probably don't got $24. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. So I don't understand. See, me, I ain't trying to say everybody need to think like me or whatever, but everybody need to listen to the CDC guidelines. I mean, come on. I mean, they probably keep learning new and new and new and new, keep learning new and new and new and new. You know what I'm saying? I understand that because it's probably a new coronavirus, but mask and social distance was promoted for a long time. Now I can remember when they said kids couldn't get the coronavirus. I remember that, but I couldn't understand that. I said, okay, kids can't catch it. So I was thinking like, I don't understand. That's something I couldn't understand, yo. Then they say only people with underlying conditions. I still didn't understand because I said, long as you're a human being, it don't matter if even a baby is a human being. Any disease in this world, a human can catch. A baby can catch it all the way up to 100-year-old. Let's take that back. 1 month old, all the way to 100-year-old can catch it. Point blank. Period. Common sense. That's just how it is. If you're a human being and it was person to person transmission, yeah, humans can catch it. I didn't understand. I didn't put in no input and I didn't take out no input. I just kept listening. And I made sure I wore a mask. But now we got Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We got them. You know what I'm saying? So basically, America gonna, I mean, this right here is gonna be a fight to turn this coronavirus around, reverse it. Joe Biden said he's trying to do 100 million in 100 days. He got a plan. We gotta help him. Yo, as Americans, we gotta help. Whatever threaten this country, whatever threaten the American soil, we have to put in effort to stop it. It don't matter. It don't matter. Democrat, Republican, Independents. It don't even matter, yo. When it comes to this country, yo, our kids got a raising. It's this country we grew up in. We grew up in those blocks out there. We grew up in those neighborhoods out there. We know. So we gotta help the president because he's trying to help us. He ain't thinking we gonna panic. Oh, they might panic, so I'm not gonna tell them anything. I'm gonna just let the truck hit them. I'm not gonna say that truck coming down the road 100 miles per hour because they gonna panic. Nah, nah. He gonna tell us, hey, a truck coming down the road 100 miles per hour. May y'all please get out the way. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but sometimes it's a time when you gotta put this together, man, and think about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say congratulations to our new president and our new vice president. And congratulations for everybody who's willing to help the end of that horror and the beginning of some hope. I'm about to be out of here. You know what I mean? I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back online, YouTube later. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's time to pull together. Black, white, all Americans. It's time to just come together. You might well put everything behind you. All that crazy stuff. y'all and Trump was had going on. I understand Trump, your boy, Trump, your homie, and you was acting crazy with him. He gone now. It's time to get back to the regular scheduled programming. Y'all was acting like horror movie all 2020. Okay, that's a movie. We gonna make that movie later. That horror movie later. You know what I'm saying? But we back to America and we gonna get back to the business and we gonna act like civilized people. And y'all cut it out.